on the crones. The beastly sisters took her in, then wavered, unsure if they should eat her or surrender her to the wild hunt. Ciri escaped before they could decide. Pursued by a spectral rider, she had fled into the swamp, where Geralt lost her trail once more. He now needed a new lead.
Pox on a lot of you.
Got their asses whipped like a Novigrad whore.
You surprised? They tried to dance with a witcher.
Where'd you come from anyway?
Well, how should I know? You so curious.
A swift kick in the arse.
How can I help you?
Take care. Needs. Who? When?
Bollocks.
I'm listening.
Got news of your wife.
Plowing hell, why'd you not say so?
She's in Crookback Bog. Got food, a place to live.
You were to bring her back, not report on the conditions she lives under.
I was supposed to find her, and I did. That was our deal, nothing more.
You still think me rotten to the core. A base bastard, don't you? You believe I alone am at fault for what happened here.
Doesn't matter what I believe.
Yet, looking at you, I see contempt. Can't speak for the...
Probably gonna say you're not the only one to blame. All right then. I'm willing to hear your side of the story.
With Annie, it was love at first sight. A spear tore through my shoulder at the Battle of Anchor. She tended to my wound. Once I'd recovered, I asked her to marry me. She wept with joy. Soon after, Tamara was born. And after that, they sent me to Sidaris. A warlord had risen against King Ethan, and Foltest sent help. It was one battle to the next, one conflict after another. It was a life of war. I was seldom home, and I found comfort in drink. Grew so fond of hooch, I couldn't part with it when I did get home.
All right. What then?
I went from front to front, battle to battle, collecting soldiers' coin, while Anna sat alone with the babe for months. Later, I learned she'd not been so alone after all. For nearly 3 years, she'd found comfort in the arms of one Evan, a childhood friend, a dog's bunghole. Understand, damn it? One tussle in the hay I'd have waved aside, put it out of my mind. But the woman cuckolded me for years, without a whisker of concern for me, for my love.
How'd you find out?
Came home one day and Anna was gone. The things, too. Found a letter. Felt like I'd been rammed in the arse by a horse. I went to find the bugger, to get the girls back, bring them home. Yet soon as I saw him, something turned inside me, something dark. I slaughtered the shit-eating twat and fed his carcass to the dogs.
Imagine Anna wasn't exactly pleased.
Ha! Bloody understatement if I've ever heard one. She flew into a fit, hysteria, threw herself at me, kicking and clawing. Finally grabbed a knife. It would have been the end of me if I'd not leapt aside. It was the first time I hit her. Things changed. They would never be the same. Anna tried to take her own life, and mine. How many times I apologized. How many armfuls of blooms and gifts I brought. She cared not a bit. Cannot fathom how we survived those years.
You're right. Faults on both sides, yours and hers.
I'm content that you finally see that. Very well then. If you won't bring Anna home, you might at least tell me
Your wife is with the crone.
What the fuck do you mean?
Ones who live in Crookback
Oh, I've heard folk speak of them. How on earth did she land?
They fled by night. They were riding past the forest when a beast serving the crones attacked them and abducted.
A beast? Bloody hell. And Tamara? Was she hurt?
No.
Oh, thank the gods for that. So, Annie? What happened to her?
The creature carried her deep into Crookback Bog. Didn't harm her, though.
Content?
She made a pact with the crones and... well, I think she might have lost her mind.
A pact? What the bloody hell?
She was with child, a child she didn't want to bear. Went to the crones for help. They promised to rid her of the problem in exchange for a year of her service. And they kept their word.
What do you mean?
Anna must have thought the child inside her would somehow disappear. Instead, the crones sapped her of strength, and ultimately forced her body to miscarry. Then they placed magic tethers on her, tethers that cause great pain when tested. A guarantee she'll pay off her debt.
A pact with witches?
Venturing into the swamp, even with armed men, is just a bad idea.
I'll not sit on my ass waiting.
Probably not.
And I'm a husband and a father who's fought.
We had a deal. I've done my part. Your turn to do yours.
A word once given. Now what did I last...
Basilisk. It had just attacked you.
Ah, right. I thought we breathed our last.
Watch out!
If I don't survive this, you're to take whatever you want from the fortress.
You'll survive!
Let's...
like that.
You have everything?
Yes, thank you.
What you did for me?
You helped me as well, when your man brought me here. We're even now.
You needn't leave. You're in good company here.
I must leave. Wraiths pursue me. The Wild Hunt. I was foolish to use the power. They're sure to have caught my scent.
The Wild Hunt? Pursuing you?
I'll endanger all of you by remaining here. You must tell the people to bar their doors and windows. And no one is to wander the night.
You? Where do you think you're going?
Now, I ride for Novigrad. And then, who knows where.
She mounted and rode off.
Redanian armies blocked the Pontar crossing, yet...
She was looking for a sorceress, and all of...
Who was the letter to?
No one. It was like this...
This for me? Where'd you get these
Haven't always led this pack of jesters.
Redanians guard the...
True, but with a bit of fame and a friend here and there.
So there's a chance Ciri's...
It's nothing. No.
Spit it out.
I want to go get Anna. Free her.
Must have not heard me.
I heard you. Which is why I've no more tales of Ciri to offer you. But go with me and...
Extra coin.
Ha! True indeed.
Fine.
Dare you! Escaped again. Sorry, we was never here.
What was that?
You tell me. Man or monster? My men call him
Doesn't look like a monster.
Funny story, actually.
Funny story.
Went to Novigrad once, to rest, indulge in the city's pleasures. Stayed at a tavern, and some folk there were playing, so I joined in. Cards were kind that day. Had one devilish hand after another. Robbed the whoresons blind. One fellow asked him what he had to wager, and he showed me that sideshow. Not much in it for me, but fuck it, I thought. I'll give the man a chance to win something back. Look.
Hilarious. Real side splitter.
Oh, you wouldn't know a good...
Proper Baron now. Even...
Aye. Though I feel something's not...
How so?
Well, he seems more beast than man. But there's wisdom.
No, but he doesn't look dangerous. Time I was on my way.
And prove a good father to her.
Sticks in the god, he comes.
See it.
What is it, Grey Boy? Ploughing hangover.
Anyone want to go and jump in
Folk can
puddles?
say what they will.
A great mare. A horse fiend. Folk done went mad. Lunged at each other.
It's the spirit of the forest, taking revenge on those who sought its demise, driving them mad.
Geralt! Good, you've arrived. I've trouble drawing any sense from the...
My lord, 'tis what they...
Who claimed so?
The witch hunters passed through just now, heading for the village in the swamp. Some lass was leading them, asking after her.
Lass. We must go then.
Agreed.
I'll gather my men. Fall in with the swamp to cross and those cursed crows to hunt down. Ploughing swamp. Pox-ridden air promotes brain rot in the peasants. Crap. Fuck me. What will these hayseeds think of next?
The crones exist. You'll know that soon enough.
Right. More likely some mad old wenches making mincemeat of peasant minds. Likely Anna agreed to stay with them, care for them out of the kindness in her heart. Good as gold, that boy. Always.
many all at once in a while. We shouldn't have come here. Got no business traipsing about. Managed the one time, but who the hell knows what we'll find deeper in. That fear through you, Rory Through me? Here? None of your life. All right, boys, let's move on. At pace, show these horrors who's in charge. What is it, Grey? Where's a horror like that come from? Wench does have too much hooch turns into that. Next time you think to give a little booze,
Why are you here?
Tell you later.
Witcher, change your mind. How much did my father pay you?
Don't think you have anything to fear. Brought your new friends with you.
I have no fear, for the eternal fire protects me.
Won't need to protect you from me.
Tamara, dear daughter, you return after all. Come, don't deny me this embrace.
Stay away from me. I've come for Mother. Unlike you, I'll not see her rot in this swamp.
Why the hell do you think I'm here? To take her home?
Oh, you'll do no such thing. You'll not lay...
You've a right to be cross. But I've changed. Ask anyone. Get...
Your father, he wants to find his...
He pay you much to be his yes man.
Verily I say unto you that ire and vehemence can...
Who the bloody hell is...
And who are you to...
This is my commander.
And that should be of no concern to a...
Tamara, you stand with them.
You're not my father. And I care not to...
I remind you, we've a matter to resolve here. Witcher, will you help us?
Wouldn't be here if I wasn't willing.
I've lost 5 men and have little notion of what else to expect.
No time to lose.
Ha! How do you know they're not here?
'Cause we're still alive.
Search the village!
Mother? Is that her? No. Impossible. We must do something. Witcher! What was that?
Wolves, perhaps.
Didn't sound like wolves.
Because it wasn't. Get ready.
You'll spoil our feast. You'll spoil our feast. You little thief! You'll spoil our feast.
Not bad.
Looked of
Crones have sensed us. They know we're close.
Those damned witches! When will it end? Look what they've done to her! Just look at her! Witcher, you know of these things. You must! What?
Easy. Shouting won't help. Calm down.
Simple for you to say. How can I? That's my mother. Understand?
He's on our side. Let him think. Witcher. Do you know what is wrong with the woman?
Last I was here, she was nothing like this. Crones must have...
Can you lift this kid?
Not till I know what it is.
She can't have lived here alone. Perhaps there's someone else. Someone who's...
Maybe Johnny.
Who?
A boy. A hermit.
We must find him.
Witcher, please hurry. Lift the curse that holds my mother.
What are you looking at?
Johnny! Johnny! Not here. Something's not... Fresh footprints. Johnny ran through here, fleeing something. Johnny, wake up.
What? Who? Oh, Witcher! You frightened me.
Killed a few near your den.
The crone sent them to punish me.
Get on the crone's bed.
I told them off. They don't like it when you tell them off.
Why'd you do it?
Wanted to help Gran. She's always been good to the children. It would have been the doldrums out here without him. She'd have died of boredom. Begged the crones not to hurt Gran, but they were angry she'd let the children escape.
So you saw what happened to Gran?
By happenstance, Gran mixed some poppy seed and ash. I went by to help her sort it out. Mother Nature gave me small hands, see? So I can do it easy like. Working away we was, separating seeds from dust. Out of nowhere, Gran cried out. I crawled into a chest. Barely had time to blink before the crones totted in. The weavess snipped a lock of Gran's hair. Called it punishment for letting the children escape. Then the hags opened the door in the floor.
Take a look under the door.
I look like a fool to you?
No, you do look...
My inquisitiveness, Ed.
Why'd the weavess need Gran?
The crones take folks' ears to hear all. Hair gives them power over folks' lives. There are times they weave the hair into odd strings. Other times they take...
Stay in the chest until the crones left?
Wanted to. Sit tight and quiet, said to myself. Not peep out your beat till they go. But then Gran fell to the floor. Started screaming and tearing her hair out. Didn't know what to do. So I leapt out of the chest. Thought herbs might help her. The ones she cured the children's aches with. But Gran was no longer herself. She was a beast.
So, you give her the herbs?
Couldn't manage it. The crones came back. I dropped to my knees and begged them to spare Gran. Bruess piped up first. Naughty boy. Oh, naughty. Shouldn't say no when the sisters want to hear yes. Then the Wispeth says, run, boy, run before your legs rot off. They all laughed, and I legged it.
There's something in that cellar.
Will you help her?
Provided it's not... Thanks, Johnny.
Likewise. And if you happen on any war...
Move it!
Did you learn anything?
Just as I thought. The crones probably cursed your mother. Took a lock of her hair, then disappeared.
In that case, we've no time to look.
Let me go in first. Give you a shout of refuge.
So be it.
So bored I can see you.
Brought it.
By the eternal fire,
I've never seen so many before.
Looks unsavory. What is all this?
The trappings of a black magic ritual. Witches weave human hair through dolls they first curse. They gain a grasp on individual souls this way.
Think one of the dolls represents Anna? Can we free her if we find it?
It's the only way I know of. But there are risks involved. The items woven into the dolls, see them? They symbolize the individuals the dolls are meant to represent.
Seem to know a lot about this.
From tomes on black magic.
Poisoning your minds with magic? Superstition?
Have you met the man?
No. This risk you mentioned.
I'll not chance it. I did not know.
All right. Human ear attached to this one.
Belonged to one of the peasants, doubtless. Anna still has...
Let's look at the others. This is interesting.
A doll with a flower. What's so interesting in that?
Not just any flower. A violet.
You believe this?
I'm sure it is. Taking it.
Quick, outside!
Mum, you're back. All will be well.
Tammy.
She's not well. Raven. You're weak yet.
No. Listen to me. The crones are...
Well, what's it?
The crones deceived us. Their curse is a death sentence. No way to lift it. We broke their spell temporarily. Partly. Now it's gotta run its course.
What? What does that mean?
She's dying.
It's good to see you together.
I'm sorry, Annie. For everything. I'm sorry.
Mother.
Tammy, do you remember?
Of course. Those plums are so sweet.
Please.
No!
I thank you. They had a chance to say...
Shame I couldn't do more.
Come, child. The Eternal...
Leave me be. You...
None of this was your doing.
I know. Which makes it no easier to bear.
The pain will pass.
Leave me alone!
Yes? Yes? Yep.
Leave me alone!
Let her gather her wits. Once she has calmed, return to me. Yes, sir.
got their asses whipped like a Novigrad whore.
You surprised? They tried to dance with a witcher.
Where'd he come from anyway?
Well, that's a know. You're so curious. Ask him to
Need a swift kick in the arse.
That's a charge.
What the hell happened?
Hanged himself. Plain enough.
Himself? Or did you boys help him?
Fuck'd you take me for? A murderer? He was what he was.
If I'm to choose between a greater and lesser evil, I'd rather not choose at all. Usually, though, the stakes are just too damn high. Sometimes in choosing a greater evil, you do good, albeit in a small way. When I chose to save the orphans of the swamp, I couldn't know Anna would die, and I never thought the Baron would leave his wife where she lay, find a rope and hang himself. Most times, you make your choice and never look back.
Lost everything he cared for. No surprise he lost the will to live.
Don't look too concerned, you and your boys.
What would you have us do? Sit and wail? Baron was a good soldier, but settling in here at Crow's Perch, it made him soft. We'll introduce a new order. Things will be different now.
I imagine they will.
Steep price for them gifts. Left ear's gone.
What'll become of us?
Stinks of Nilfgaardian corpse to me.
He's like the stagger all the way back to his crypt. Probably so hungry he's eating his own snot.
Sure. Fucking bet your arse, but not just now. What?
But he paid a steep price for them gifts. Left ear's gone.
What'll become of us?